Hello again. Welcome back to Billy Ho Sports. This is Ohio Derby Week at Thistledown. That's the big event there. I already have a full breakdown video, past performances, race replays, my early leans released earlier this week. Give that one a look. Today's video is going to be the late pick 5, races 8 through 12. So if you are new to the show, to the channel, I am doing a reoccurring contest called Split the Pot. And basically what it is all the commenters to my recent videos for that week go into a draw, and the winner gets a $20 bet on me that we split if we win. And we'll do a little collaboration on it. But if you have something you feel strongly about it, I usually default to you. So we'll split the profits if we win. And we are going to draw the winner of the Ohio Derby bet today. So stick around. Could come up anytime in between races. But to enter future draws, which I believe we're going to do more than one for the following Saturday, June 28th, which is the Stephen Foster Day at Churchill Downs. So maybe we'll do a split the pot for Stephen Foster race itself, and then one other split the pot for the undercard. So to be eligible, you have to be a subscriber. So subscribe to the channel first. You just click that button down there and you're good. Always click that like button. And in the comments, if you use the hashtag BHS, I pick it up faster. It helps the algorithm, helps promote the channel. So I appreciate you doing that. And just leave a comment. Give me your best bet for races 8 through 12 or a pick 5 single and in there in the comments. And we'll jump right into things with race number 8. Let's get into the past performances. Race number 8 is the George Lewis Memorial. This is a state bred 75K for 3-year-olds and upward. This is going to be kind of, the conditions are going to be a little tricky on some of these, but a lot of them are state breds. We're going a mile and a 16th. We'll start with CV Dynamic, the number 1 horse, bouncing around state breds, 3 wins and 16 starts. But when I start to get, may improve while returning to a route. So it did have some decent races down here going a mile. But I believe that's Mahoney Valley, which is kind of pretty close at Youngstown, Ohio. So probably like from here to Lexington for me, I guess, something like that. But anyway, not quite there for me. Pass. Little Toy Guns, 30-1, probably going to be a pass here. Got some decent connections, but too many negatives. Too poor speed figures. So I'm going to go to the 3, Reigning Dream. Speed figures in the 80s, in the money 14 out of 21 times, a lot of second place finishes. So if you were betting this race, probably would want to include underneath. Did win at 6 furlongs in a field of 5. I watched that race. He rated pretty well off the pace and made the turn for home. But like I said, sometimes when you look at these speed figures, they look a little weak for a sprint. But when you start stretching them out, it might be a little bit better. Like he ran pretty good in this little 75K back last November. And was mile and 70, which is roughly close to the distance we're going to run here. Had the lead in the stretch, just kind of gave it up a little bit, but not a bad horse. Maybe one to look at. Big Trucks one to look at. We'll talk about Angel or Angel Diaz is the jockey, 9-2. Talk about that his decision. Making a jump in class is Big Truck. Won by a nose going a mile at Thistledown under jockey Angel Diaz. Took quite a bit of grinding to get there versus some weaker company, but he did run into a very slow 25 and 50 split opening quarter half, -15, -11. So pretty hard to press that and then try to grind. And then it takes a grinder down the stretch to get up for the victory. Was a big odds on favorite. So glad to see him get it done at being the favorite and going a mile. So maybe the little bit further distance could go well. Now I know the average win distance is 6.6, but Bird Run is the sire, and Birdstone is the grandsire, I guess, if you want to call him that. But Birdstone is a good distance horse, so I like Big Truck. Watch out for Weaver. Second was the one that Big Truck ran by late in the race and lost by a nose. Was claimed on 517, and now Oscar Romero has him. Romero 2 out of 3 after the claim. So would have been 2 out of 3 after the claim, actually, and just 1 out of 3 right now. But I mean, second start with trainer, he's pretty good, 57% in the money, but 0 for 7 so far. So that's another one you could probably consider for exotics, is watch out for Weaver. And then we have May Mayhem, beaten by a weaker, poor. I'm taking a pass. I'm passing on the 7 as well. So we're getting into Lust for Life, third in the state bred stakes. Had a rough go, like many of the horses here. Hasn't gone 2 turns. This, like I said, the speed figures look pretty good, but I don't know if 6.2. I don't know if he's going to be able to get there at the distance. So Lust for Life, kind of up there in the middle, 5-1. We'll see. Oklahoma Joe's another one I'm probably going to pass on. This is the one jockey Angel Diaz has ridden the last several times for connections and with good success. So him deciding to go with the other horse, Big Truck, means something to me. I mean, he ran a 81 right here, which was pretty good speed figures. And so this one, obviously, he probably knows something about this horse. You can see the one time he went more than a mile, he was not even close. So Oklahoma Joe, no thanks. Ollie's Folly is another jump up in class. 25% trainer winner last race. Hot Jockey, Aviles. These two are 80%, 8 out of 10 in the money. So, like I said, another one you would want to include. But 25% winner last race, that's pretty good. Sprint route, so so. But this one, Ollie's Folly, you could probably use underneath. Now we're going to get into the bigger competitors. Number 11, Shadowy, had nothing in his last effort going six, but back-to-back wins previous to that. You can see he's got experience down here going a mile and an eighth, went a mile and a 16th on the turf, got some pretty good results there. I like it when I see a horse that ran second going a mile and a 16th. So I know this horse can do it. Timothy Ham's one of the better trainers at Thistledown, top two or three every meet. So 20% so far for him. Then you have Rocco Bowen, 17% winner, solid track record here, hitting the money on the board. Shadowy is in contention. Now we have Villain or Villain. I don't guess it really improving anyway on his 4-year-old season. Lost to the previously mentioned horse, two back at the 6 furlongs, and he was 14-1 losing that race, but he was really competitive and then comes up with another second. So he's got nothing but first and seconds for the longest time. Has only been off the board once in all these state breds, but broke away. I like this mile and 70 at Mahoney. Broke away from the state bred ranks and ran against other horses and still won at an extremely slow pace. So he took advantage of that pace and wired him. I don't know if he'll get that kind of look again, but you can see he runs even on a hot pace on the turf. He ran pretty solid. So maybe the turf to dirt, even though the record's not great, he might pop. And obviously, Jose Ortiz coming in to ride clever again in the Ohio Derby is taking this mount for Ham. So you got the big jockey upgrade to big dog Jose Ortiz. Probably going to take a ton of money. But basically, leg one, we are singling that 12. And then if you want to bet the race, number 4, Big Truck underneath, 8, Lust for Life, 11, Shadowy in there as well. So let's go ahead and stop real quick and do that draw. So if you are new to the channel, what I do is I spin the wheel 3 times. The first name that comes up is your winner. The next 2 names after that are backups. In case the winner doesn't reach out in time, I'll have 2 other people that I can fall back on. So if your name is drawn at all, you could go ahead and email me, and I'll give you that address in just a minute. But good luck, everybody, and let's spin that wheel. All righty. Congratulations to Joe Polander, who wins the split the pot bet for the Ohio Derby. You can email me at BILLYAH35 at yahoo.com to claim your prize. Now, you can also reach out via my X/formerly Twitter account at Billy Ho Sports. If you are on X, go ahead and give me a follow. I appreciate it very much. So you can hit me via the DMs or just tag me, however you want to do it. So, backup number 1 is going to be John McLemore. And then up next after him is Timothy Bryant. So you two can reach out and say, hey, I'll be there for you if Joe doesn't reach out, and we'll go on from there. Thanks, all the people participating. Appreciate all the comments, obviously. Let's get into race 9. Back to the show. Race number 9 is the Cleveland Gold Cup. We're going a mile and an eighth for the state breds. Ohio Thoroughbred Fun kicks in. Number 1 is Fortissimo, and this is Timothy Ham, the big timer. And this is Jose Ortiz mount for Ham. Ham gets him again. Ham and eggs. Getting Jose Ortiz to ride for this one again. He's got the highest last race speed. That's good. Figures to improve moving back to the dirt. He's a 29% beaten favorite. He was a big chalk there and didn't get it done. Lost by just 1. Really nice closing effort into some pretty aggressive fractions, plus 21 early. So pretty used to that, and ran pretty well on the dirt, going a mile and a 16th here. So Take Charge Indy is the sire. I like everything about this one. I would include it. 7 starts, got a really great record, 4 wins, 2 seconds, and a third, and 7. So I'd absolutely be using it in exotics. It is number one with a bullet. So Boots Malone is next, and another turf to dirt move. There's several in this race that ran their last race on turf and now jumping over to the dirt. They're all looking at these are all Ohio tracks. If this is Belterra, right up near Cincinnati. So that's and this is like I mentioned, this is Mahoney Valley Racing, and that is Youngstown, and then obviously TDN is Thistledown. So you can see the hundreds and the 104s and the 91s, 99 speed figures, and just cracking good up on the front here, going 6 furlong sprints. But I don't know if he's sired by Gormley, and I don't know if he's going to get the distance. That's my problem. Now he did run up pretty close to the pace, but see you can see he weakened down the stretch on the turf. So that's the only reason I'm leery about this horse being 5-2 and all that. So we'll go on to big pick, little pick. Joseph Poole, solid trainer, 21% record. Jose Bracco, 99 starts, and he doesn't have any problems. 16 wins, 19 seconds, 15 thirds, very good. Not so much with the trainer last 60 days, but 18% is not bad. But I like to see with the trainer record, I like to see a little higher in the money place. But there's some things I like about this horse. Now I know he's run because a lot of these races I was talking to my dad about it. Bunch of these horses are running nothing but 6 furlong sprints, and then they're going right into 2 turns. And this one's going a mile and an eighth. So that's a big significant jump. Now you can see he kind of flattened out, but the average win distance on most of those are in the sixes, the low sixes to mid sixes. This was 8.3. This is I guess that's Curbon and that's Bass Batestown. So you got some pretty good stamina there to go the distance. That's what I like about this horse. I think maybe going to turf to dirt. I think this one's got an outside chance to surprise. So Musical Jewel, I believe go back to the grass for you. Ed's rewards, passing on that one. Judy's Comet, not seeing it, not seeing any of these going to get the distance. You can see a couple of bad trips there early on. Ed's reward is a Timothy Ham horse. This one is a little bit better than the rest, but I still don't like it. Improbable, I might like a little better on a second glance, but not sure the pattern fits to him to pop like he did last fall. Judy's Comet, same thing. Um, just not seeing it with the speed figures, sub 70s. So let's go to Low Bug, the 7 horse, back to back 2 turn dirt routes. See, actually running the distance, I like a little better, and did get a win at the distance in the Best of Ohio, Queen City. So gotta like that one. And anybody that their mom is turducken, the damn turducken, nice. So low percent jockey though. So Low Bug probably not going to be on the win ticket. Number 8, Super Wolf. Also tried that green carpet turf. Didn't fare very well either. But really strong early speed. It's got some 9700s. You can see there going 6.5, but you can see the low average win distance of 6.2. So I don't know if it translates. Eric the Barbarian gets the mount. So did earn a wire to wire job at this distance for similar 100K stakes. Wow, way back, but probably going to just maybe use just to cover basis. I'm not really sure about that one, but I do like the number 1 Fortissimo as a key horse. The 2 Boots Malone underneath. Number 3 Big Pick Little Pick, long shot play for win place show. 8 Super Wolf in there as well. I'm going to go 1-3-8 for leg 2. So we singled the 12 leg 1. We're going 1-3-8 leg 2. Let's jump over to race number 10. See what we got going on. This one is the Clausen Memorial. This is going 6 furlongs. So now we have a sprint distance with a bunch of sprint horses, so we can handicap a little better. Number 1, Authoritarian Girl, very strong, early speed. You can see just tons of good finishes, 6 wins in 10 lifetime starts, and most of them going out to the front, early pace setters and improving. You can see, look, going all the way back to 74, 78, 80, 82, 86. So either 86 is the peak, or he's running a 9, or she's running a 90. So the 4-year-old filly is definitely worth a single, or going and the rail post winning at 23% clip. So this one is absolute lock button for the ticket. Then you got Queen of the Buckeye is the 2-horse, and that's a distance specialist, good at hitting the board. 58% of the money, probably ran an 84 speed figure 2 back in the 25 debut, probably an underneath use as well. And then you have Lofty Cowtown, 21% off the layoff, not bad. 5-year-old mare, does have the ability to rally. 57% in the money in non-graded stakes, but is getting a different jockey. You can see same jockey rode for all these races, and then a sudden jockey switch for this one with Anthony Nunez. So that just automatic toss for me in this race. You got to take some stands. Kiss Valentina is a toss too, and Miss Kita 2025 debut was bad, but should improve. 4 wins and 12 starts, no slouch. Made the jump in speed from the low 60s to the 80s once before. You can see in this big hit right here at Thistledown. So 63 is not that concerning. Off the layoff, making the debut at 6 furlongs, but then the next out might pop. So keep an eye on it. Salute the Kid. Another one light on the speed, unable to keep it going through 6 furlongs. So I'm going to pass on that one as well. Now we got Tierney, and Tierney is a 4-year-old filly, uh, 1-5 beaten favorite, but was able to bounce back huge in the next race, favored again at 1-2, and rolled by 8 going a mile. So stretching out in distance a little bit, which is good. So 9-2, I like that. We'll probably use underneath. Nice job with the claim by Urieta from Timothy Ham on 521. Turned right around and paid it off in a big way, going a mile. So we're cutting back to 6 furlongs again. So that cutback might be a good thing. Now we got number 8, Quick Rendezvous is going to be a pass. National Diamond is a 9 horse and a high percent trainer, high percent jockey, 80 speed figures, won the last race by 6 furlongs. Everything looks really good. Got a lot out of the 8 furlong win back in March, I think. And so definitely in the mix here. Angel Diaz aboard and for 25% trainer, 19% sprints. Is moving up in class. We'll see what happens, but National Diamond's on the radar as well. Then you got Kichi Kitsu, and the 83 she ran first off the claim is encouraging. She also outdueled the authoritarian girl in that race, who we just said had really, really good things to say about. So the ability to beat that horse, pretty solid, getting it done. And so first off the claim, pretty good for Jeffrey Scarrett. This one, 83 speed figure. If she can move forward off of that, she is an 8-year-old mare, which is a little long in the tooth, but she might be able to handle this group no problem with her experience. So keep an eye on that one. This one is probably my favorite horse in the race. Uh, Lemon Moose, scratched out of the previous race where Kichi Kitsu won, and then ran on June 7th, a month later, and just missed Authoritarian Girl by a head coming down the stretch. Pretty solid run. She broke a bit slow as well in that, but she made a really strong move around the turn and then had a little late kick. It was almost like Eric the Barbarian was riding, and it seemed like it was the first off of the, you can see June 22nd of 2024. So almost a full year off, makes her return in June. I think Barbarian was down the stretch and didn't think she was going to get there. And he kind of took his foot off the gas. You could see second by 2. And then all of a sudden he thought, well, no, maybe. So he gave her a little scrubbing, and then she kicked in late and almost got there by a head. So I'm sure that Robert Gorham told him, you probably could have won that race, dude. You let that one get away from you. So he's going to know better this time around. I really like this one to close it out. Big 86 speed figure off of the layoff. So I think second start going to be a solid run there. Then you have Amy Starr rounding out the field. Uh, Won the last out, and it was a larger field. So a lot of these horses run against 5 or 6 horses. That was against about a 7 or 8, I think. Won by 3/4 of a length, going 6 furlongs, moving up in class. I don't like the speed figures in the outside post, so I'll probably pass on Amy Starr. But number 12 to win, Lemon Moose, or not 12, number 11, Lemon Moose to win. And then with the one authoritarian girl, and also 8 Tyranny included and 10 National Diamond underneath. And we're going to go ahead and spread, even though I do like Lemon Moose a lot. I'm going 1, 8, 10, 11 in this one. So number 11, Lemon Moose to win, but 4 deep on leg 3. Now we're going to get to the final 2 good ones. This next one up is the fillies, and it is the Lady Jacqueline. And it is a 250K stakes, listed stakes for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. So we've got some former 3-year-old fillies that were in the mix right around Oaks Trail, and then we got some older horses like this one, the 4-year-old Lucky Cougar, and one at 5.5 exiting a key race where the next out won, and he also won, or she also won. I'm sorry, ran an 83, won by a head, but we're going a mile and an eighth here. So it does have 6.8 win distance, but you can see none of the races are much more. Did win at a mile in the mud. So possibly get the distance. Not sure. Hasn't proved it yet. Another one that hasn't proven it yet is GoldenEye Magic, but does have 7.1 average win distance out of or sired by Mucho Macho Man. So no relation to Macho Music though. I thought that the first thing out of my brain was Macho Music, but it's not. Macho Music is not sired by Mucho Macho Man. Not good. GoldenEye Magic, interesting value play nonetheless. Red Hot Lass is a pass. This one is one that I am going to like a little bit, dropping in class from the grade 3 Shawnee, where she did not fare very well against Royal Spa and Jin Jin. A little bit hot pace and just didn't have it, lagged and improved late. But against Lesser, I think Rang Marquette can get her in there. It's making a switch to Evan Roman, but you can see Evan rode back-to-back victories right here, going a mile and a 16th and a mile at Horseshoe Indy last November. So good vibes with the jock switch. And in just my heels, I love the name. So I think maybe Roman back aboard will help. And I think that she can be past success as a 3-year old is going to show out more. You can see tons of wins right here. So in just my heels on the radar, Candlelight Hours, we're going to probably use an exotics only. 6 furlong win on the muddy track. Had some good races at the distance. Pretty close. Did run a 93 last out. So keep an eye on it for exotics, but not on the ticket. Where's my ring? Definitely has to go on the ticket. She's the big girl on campus in this race. She's number one in prime power by a little bit. Um, she ran sixth in the Shawnee, so she didn't show very well either. She was close and snugged up in the one post and didn't get it done there. But she ran in the Apple Blossom previous to that versus Torpedo Anna and ran and Ways and Means or Where's My Ring? I'm sorry, ran third. I don't know why I thought Ways and Means. That's Where's My Ring. But Free Like a Girl ran second. Free Like a Girl, very good horse. But she ran a 104 going a mile and a 16th. I ran a 104 down here in the Gazelle. So she's got the ability to just mash this freaking field with Mikey Smith taking up the reins, who's just a solid jock all the way around. And Luis Saez staying at home at Churchill Downs. So Mikey Smith getting the mount for Where's My Ring. So if she's not her best, she can run down to her competition, I think. But Peter Miller took over in April, and so it didn't push her too hard in the Shawnee. So I think she's got a chance to do better here. If she finds that gazelle form, like I said, she will crush this field. And then you got Peng Noir. This is your 9-5 favorite. Rod Brissett, Jose Ortiz aboard, and favorite for good reason. She's solid, mile and an eighth. The DuPont, that was Candy, dazzling move. I don't think she was at her best that race. She just kind of faded, didn't really have it. Other races she's run much better. She does seem to want the lead, which I don't like in this race. I would much rather see. I think there's others better than her, so I'm not using her on top. She'd be exotics only, and Just Be Quiet is a pass for me. So basically, I'm gonna go ahead and tentatively take 6 as the key horse. But I like the number 2 Golden Eye Magic for a value play. I like the number 4 Just My Heels for a value win play. I know it's probably not gonna be that great a value, probably 5-2 or something second choice. But then I do have the 7 Penoir down there as well. But we're only going 4-6. I'm just going with the 2 that I know the best in Just My Heels and Where's My Ring 4-6 in leg 4 of the pick 5. Let's round it out with the Ohio Derby. And this is the mile and an eighth, which check out the preview video. So I'm briefly going to go through this. I'm no shot with Brereton's Baytown. No thanks. Now you can see Chunk of Gold is here. Clever again and McAfee. It's 2-4-6 for leg 5. Spoiler alert. I think those are the only 3 that can win this race, in my opinion. Chunk of Gold, if he can get this race again, I think has should show a better closing kick. I think it was just a little bit too much hot pace for him to fire down the stretch, and that's why he was passed up by Tistastic in that race. Was chasing too much of a swift pace. Pretty swift pace in the Kentucky Derby, kind of similarly had it in the stretch. Was just a couple of links off the lead when they made the turn, and just kind of got ate up in the slop and yielded again. So maybe just a little bit slower pace where we can get down into these negative numbers, just slightly negative numbers, and maybe go back to this maiden win there for 41K. So Loveberry stays aboard. Like I said, it's really tentatively probably not out of the 3, the 2, 4, and 6. She's probably my third choice, to be honest with you. Most people love Chunk of Gold, but we'll see. And like I said, if she can get, if she has horse gas in the tank, she could close this race out. I don't doubt that a bit. But we're going to go on to Capo Luca. Just ran 10 days ago. Nice win. Local horse, 3 straight, but just not on this level. You could play underneath if you want to. Maybe has a chance to crash the board and upset the apple cart with that 2, 4, and 6. But Capo Luca is not going on the pick 5 ticket. Now, McAfee is. McAfee did prove me wrong. I ate my crow. I didn't think he had the juice in the Peter Pan that he did, but he was right up on the pace. They changed tactics, added blinkers, and Johnny V rode a masterful race. Almost got this 3-year-old by cloud computing home. Just got caught by Hill Road late. Put Captain Cook away on the pace. So solid effort out of that one. So if it just maintains or moves forward, seems like the 9 furlong distance is good enough. I bet you a mile and a 16th, though. I'm not really sure if this horse is a big enough closer. I think this horse just needs to be tactically better and closer to the lead, aka Peter Pan, where he was right up on the lead at second call, just a length off of Captain Cook. Extradition, no thanks. We're going to round this out. This is clever again. This is my pick to win the race. I believe some others had that as well. But this is why. Broke the maiden at Oaklawn in February, crushed them in the hot springs. Really impressively done. 1 by 4 going wire to wire. I feel like I'm going back to the 2024 Derby when Batten Down got out early and cruised home to the win. And I feel like Clever Again can do that. I feel like Clever Again is a better horse than Batten Down is. Sired by American Pharoah, got huge stamina on the dam side. Big 5.68 sire production index for dam sire, who is Galileo. So just a monster all around. Didn't fare well in the Preakness. We all know what happened. Got slammed into the rail and then had to pull up, but probably would have run fourth at a mile and a 3/16. So now backing up, should be a little fitter in the fifth start as well. I think the fifth start is a big deal for these young horses, sort of running their way into fitness, because she did start, and really just the fourth start of 2025, because this was in April of 2024. So you only have 4 races in this year, in this form cycle, and you got February, March, and then a little bit of a break into May, and then another tiny break, no break at all really. So coming up on the next race, I like Clever Again to win this one. Bohemian Style. Curvino is one that I do have a little bit of interest in. You can see started on the turf, then went to the dirt and had some pretty good races. The Jeff Ruby was no good on the all weather, but then ran really good against a 150 optional claiming in 1X, and then didn't do so good. So this is just a kind of a gut play for maybe an exotics ad on the board somewhere, or fill out your superfecta would be a better way to put it. So master controller, I don't think so. I have seen some folks on the shout out to the commenters on the original Ohio Derby video. More than one like Moplex here. And I respect that. Moplex is a good front runner. Breaking from post 10, I'm not really sure if the outside post matters in this one, but this is a very fair racetrack, so anybody can win. You can wire them just as easily as you can come from off the pace. But Joe Ramos aboard and Englehart, the connections aren't there for me. Did win the Bay Shore listed stakes by a head, but now stretching back out to 6.2 average win distance. Does not add up to 9 furlongs in my book, so I don't think Moplex gets the distance. That's my only fault. I think much better probably at a mile or 7 furlongs. Probably would have been better in sort of one of those sprint type races. But that rounds out the field. And to put a bow on this, I appreciate everybody sticking with me to the end here. Congratulations to your winners. Joe, reach out as soon as possible. We'll get a bet together for the Ohio Derby. But like I said, Thistledown, a fair track. But I like the early speed, the tactical speed. I think Chunk of Gold, if gets another perfect trip, he's good enough to win. But like I said, Clever Again, I think is better. McAfee is a concern. He's got my respect, but I'm going to go 6, Clever Again on top, win Key Horse. Then it's going with the 2, the 4. I'm throwing in the 8 and the 10. I'll go like Moplex. I think is good for the back end of the try. So if you did like a 2 over 4, like say you went 2-6 or 2-6 or 2-4-6, 2-4-6, then you could go 5 deep, 2-4-6, 8-10, and that would be all the even numbers in the race. So let's just go with the evens this time around. Even Steven gets it done. 2-4-6 in leg 5. So that makes your 50-cent late pick 5 ticket. The 12 horse is the single. Leg 2, we're going 1-3-8. Leg 3, we're going 4 deep, 1-8-10-12. Then leg, leg 4, we're going 4-6. Then we are going 2-4-6. That is a 1-by-3-by-4-by-2-by-3. Do the math. It equals, for 50 cents, it equals $36. It's a $72 ticket if you want to go the whole dollar. So that's still a pretty good deal. $72 ticket for $1 pick five. So I do hope you enjoyed the video for Thistledown Saturday. Winners, make sure you contact me ASAP. And like I said, the Chicago Stakes is coming out. That's going to be part of the draw for the following week. Stephen Foster. Commenters for those videos will go into that draw. And tons of great racing down the road, to say the least. So, best of luck. We'll see you soon.